Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Wargaming in Miniature. This is Mr. Everything, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and assemble this Tiger tank on this video, and you get a chance to see me do it. So here we go. We're going to get the instructions out, which I probably don't even need, but you know what? I'm going to put them out anyway, just in case. You know, just in case I need them. Now, this is not going to be painting. This is just going to be completely assembling the model. And let's just see how easy it is to do that. Okay, the first thing they say they need to do is tracks. You might or might not be able to see this. I'm a little bit off camera. Let's adjust the camera angle just a little bit. There we go. That way you can see me using my snippers slash clippers. Little anecdote for you. I used to play. I played this game a long time ago called Battleground. No, called Easy 8's Battleground. Battleground. I think it was called Battleground. I'm trying to remember. It was such a long time ago. I played it at a convention, and we had a Panther versus a Sherman or something like that. And it was in 28mm, and I had giant buildings laying around and everything. It was a pretty fun game. I don't need to talk about all that. Alright, so what we're doing is we're snipping out all the tracks. I'll be snipping the bogey wheels as well. I'm going to try not to edit any of this out, because I feel like I can get this done in 30 minutes or less. Well, look at the length of the video and tell me if that's true. You know what? I think the majority of this time is going to be cutting these out and then trimming them. But you know what? We got this. We got this. I'm not even looking at numbers. I'm not looking at code. I'm just pulling the tracks out and the bogey wheels. Once I get all the tracks, which it looks like I've done, there's no tracks or bogey wheels on that. Yep. Okay, so then I get my X-Acto and I trim whatever I might need to trim. One really cool thing about this model I've noticed is there's not a whole lot of flash. Now, I did a review of this vehicle in my in the first video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Yeah, there's a couple little where it was cut from the sprue. There's a little piece sticking out. Not a whole lot. Nothing that can't be fixed. These tracks are pretty thick and durable for a tank. This will be my first 28mm tank for bolt action. Of course you gotta go with the Tiger. I mean, you know, hell. Even if it's not a Tiger, The Americans think it's a tiger. So it could be one, you know, there was I played a war game a long time ago where all the German tanks on the table were actually Tiger models. But in reality, the German player knew that they weren't Tigers. But the American player did not know. And that was kind of a play on the fact that a lot of times the American soldiers couldn't tell the difference. All they saw was a German tank, and they just called them all Tigers. Alright, so what are we doing here? Because it's not in English, but all it is just numbers and saying glue this here, glue that there. Super easy. And they're trying to give me a left and a right. Well, you can try. Do these two look exactly the same? Almost. Almost. Okay. I see. I'm gonna apply some glue on that. I'm sorry, gotta go for a paper clip. Yep, not editing any time because I want you to see exactly how long it takes to build this model from start to finish. I don't have a paper towel, dang it. See, look at that. I'm not even prepared for any of this. Alright, I'm back with a paper towel and a paper clip. Just cleaned it up. Okay. Applying, ooh, that's way too much glue. You know what? Bogey wheels, they went together real easy. Okay, whoops, covering it up. Okay, and it looks like the tracks go face back, and the reason why that is because they're not going to be covered by, what's the word I'm looking for? The tracks. Now, if you're curious about what kind of glue I'm using, I got this glue from Hobby Link. That's where I get a lot of my model kits, and I think I got that kit from here I think I got this kit from there as well. Okay, why does this not want to go in there? Because it's probably, yeah, that one went in there with no problem. So what they're probably saying is one was slightly bigger and needed to go in this side. Yeah, so I'm using this what's called extreme power thick advanced formula instant adhesive, Got it from Hobby Link. Okay, tracks. Okay. Now you have one track that kind of makes the crazy pattern, and then you got a flat one, and the crazy pattern goes on the top, obviously. Just like that. Wow, that went on there super easy. Let's do that again. Maybe I should count. Okay. So what about that instant adhesive, huh? It's not so instant. Usually you just got to count to maybe 30 and then it'll be done. Well, I didn't do any counting, so... I'm trying to do a speed assembly for you guys, so gonna have to use rubber band. All right. Without even asking, I'm just going to go straight to the rubber band. Just to give me a little bit of pressure. There we go. Okay, moving on. What's the next part? The next part is the lower part. I can't do the lower part. Okay. But I can do the front and the back. Okay, these are the fronts and the backs. I don't know if they're similar or different. They are different. Okay. Okay. And okay. They have notches. That's kind of cool. That one obviously goes right there. Okay. Leave that there. Whoa, that might be a little bit too much. Okay. Woo! If my eyes start to water, that means the glue is starting to work. Yeah, that one's good right there. So here we go. Applying some glue on the boogie wheel. That's looking good. Let's get this other one done. They do go together pretty easy so far. So far, I have no complaints. Okay, so we're gonna have to let that dry just for a minute before we move on to the next step. The next step is going to be the hull, so might as well get it cut out while we're waiting for that to dry, because I have to put the bottom of the tracks on as well. Or actually, that would do, yeah, that's the bottom of the tracks. Okay, so and then the next step after this is going to be working on the top of the hull, so let's go ahead and cut that out. I'll still have to trim this. What else goes with that? Front plate. Okay, the crew hatches. And the side plates. What is that, an antenna? Huh, maybe an antenna right there. Got a super thin piece of plastic. And then, looks like a machine gun sticking out of the front of that thing. And some other BS. Must be these pieces right there. Ooh, I don't want to lose that piece. Oh, that little bitty machine gun. $40 and $44. Oh, that is 44. Okay, so 40. Okay. And then the back plate. I'm just chopping a whole bunch of stuff out that I plan to trim while I wait for that to dry there a little bit. Okay, so let me do some real quick trimming. I'm gonna have a tiger! Ooh, yay! Yeah, there's like no flash on this model. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up when it comes to no flash. Italeri always makes a good model, it seems like. Every time I've made an Italeri model, I've not had any complaints. And I was a big time 172nd Wargamer for a long time, and made a lot of Italeri models. I had a lot of Italeri, like infantry as well. I want Italeri to go into like any tank guns and stuff like that. If they do, I'll jump head over heels on those. Okay, so I think I've got all that trimmed. So now what I need to do is just see if I can go ahead and get the bottoms glued on. Trying to be careful that when I take the rubber band off, I don't clip the end of that, because that would be bad. Okay, so now which one of these goes on this? This one's got a steep curve. It's not this one. It's got to be this one. Okay. Apply some glue. Now there's a little tab at the end of the tracks that goes into the track in the back, and I just busted everything apart. Wow, really? I probably should put a rubber band on lengthwise. To hold these 2 end caps on. Yeah, that's actually working pretty good. What the fuck? Was working. Till I messed it up. Did it again. So, about those rubber tracks that you have to melt. No, okay. Yeah, that looks good. Yikes. So if you weren't rushing to get all this done, it would, if I wasn't rushing, let me back this up. If I wasn't rushing to get all this done for you on camera, this kit would be super easy to put together. But I'm rushing to see if I can't get this done for you on camera. And what's happening is it's giving me grief because it knows I'm on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lengthwise one. To hold these end caps on. That's looking good. And I'm going to do Alright, those are put together. I'm using rubber bands to hold them together. Alright, so is there something I can do without gluing those on? Because that's going to take a few moments to dry. Alright, it looks like I can. So the tracks go on the bottom, right? Well, I'm not going to do the bottom. I'm going to work on the top. I'm skipping step 2. I'm going to step 3. Because it looks like it's going to be easy. Okay. Looks like this goes on one on each side. That's how hard is that? Not hard at all. This is just placing the Zimrit on. Let's go ahead and do that on both sides. Alright. So, hold the Zimrit in place. Let it dry a little bit. Ooh, oh, my hands are sticky. Okay, let's put the front plate on. Okay. plate should go on pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, that front plate is actually bigger than the sides. Okay, that's cool. I think it's supposed to be. Whoa, was that my stomach? Can you hear that? My stomach's arguing with me. Did I not trim the Zimmerit? I guess I didn't. But I can trim that later because it's on the top exposed. Wow, okay. Okay. I am not doing the alternate hatch, which is open. I'm going to actually glue these closed. And it should be on this side. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out which side is which. Okay. Okay, looks like a machine gun and a front light. Just put a drop down inside there. I should maybe go get my tweezers. Nah, I'm good. And a front light. Machine gun and a front light. Nice. Okay. I'd like to prop that up against the building here. There we go. Anything else I can work on without having to use those? Yes, the turret. Okay. This is going to be going on the back. Start cutting the turret out. I've been sitting here thinking, am I going to put the commander in or not? Because in the game they're always considered buttoned up. But I think it looks cooler with the guy out of the hatch. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the gun can move? Okay. Alright, you're watching a speed production here. Boy, this 88 looks big. It looks big. Okay, is this the hinge? This is the hinge. That's probably one of the most important pieces. How's it hinge? Boop, 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 boop. Super easy. And then once I do that, then I do the top. Okay, cool. So we don't need to do any of that right now. What I need to do is trim. Trim, trim, trim. You're not seeing me trim a whole lot because guess what? Not a whole lot of flash. Got some really good mold lines on this one. That plastic piece went flying. Okay, that's what I figured. Based on the fact that this barrel is round, you would think there would be some mold lines, and there's really not. Okay. Guess it doesn't matter if this is up or down. It doesn't matter. And this doesn't matter either. So let's just go ahead and okay. I was going to say, does it go in easier one way or the other? It doesn't matter, it looks like. Wow, that went in pretty, that's pretty snug. I'm okay with that. Woo! Finally, I'm starting to smell the glue. You know, it's like, where have you been all my life? No. Right. This goes in there. It's not very. That barrel's going to be drooping a lot. I guess that's okay. Oh, that barrel went in pretty easy. Okay, turret's going together pretty quick, pretty easy. Okay. Moment of truth. I think I'm going to try to take these off and see if I can. Feel of them a little bit just to see if they're on or not. Yeah, let's find out. I think they're a little wet. I still think they're a little wet, so I'm going to hold off on that. What else we got? Oh, the machine gun. Got this, got this, got this. I need to trim these, I guess. Now, if I was using the E6000, that frickin' stuff dries like instantly. As soon as you touch the model and you put the two pieces together, yeah, it's rubberized. You can kind of move it around, shift it around a little bit. But if you hold it for a few seconds, boom, it's dry. Or dry enough that it's not going to move. Ah, here's the machine gun. Dang, I'm almost done. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, now how does this machine gun go on there? What is the deal with that? Okay, there's a groove on the bottom of this machine gun. No, there's not. Oh, okay, I see. There kinda is, but there kinda isn't. You're gonna expect this glue to hold that in place? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, that glue's not gonna hold that in place anytime soon. I gotta hold it. Let the glue cure for a second. Okay, see how I'm struggling with this? I'm giving up on the super glue idea. Busting it out. Look at that. Done. Give it just a little bit of love. Okay, let's try this now. And if it fails, I'm going to E6000. All right, that's actually looking pretty good. Now let's put the tracks on the hull. Which way, what, how, who? Okay, it goes this way, and this is the front. Okay, good. Ah, there are grooves. So now a lot of times what I'll do is once everything's drying, I'll put it on a kind of a non-slip surface so that it'll just stay in place, pressing the tracks up against the body of the hull, and just let it dry. Alright, so what's the next thing? Pretty much just put the hull together. Okay, so let's look at the back. Okay, we've got some exhaust pipes. We should have a, okay, there we go. There's the jack. Looks like an exhaust pipe armored cover. The exhaust itself. And then there went one. More covers for the exhaust. Okay, trim. No more trimming needed on that. If you guys have any no, I can't say anything like that. I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was going to ask. Oh, in the future, you can expect me to do some assembling on some Macedonians as well. I did get a bunch of Macedonians in, so I have to put those together. Assemble them, paint them. But I want to finish my Americans first. My American paratroopers. Still sitting over there primed. Alright. Here we go with the top. Don't know where it sits. Okay, that's pretty much where it sits, huh? There's no ifs, ands, or buts there. But it looks like there's a gap in the front. Oh, come on, tracks. Stay together. What? Both sides are messing me up. Okay, there's something over here keeping it from, whoa, I knocked the light off. Keeping it from laying flat. That's probably it right there. Might be a time for a little bit of E6000. Probably not. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, got it. Right. Ah, there was a hole right here that was covered just a second ago. Didn't even realize it. Oh, there, it went in. Starting to look pretty good. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let me take a look. Yeah, you can see that. It's an American. It's a big tank. Big tank. There's a little bit of squeaking going on right there. But I think that's just because the back plate's not on yet. Okay, let's get the back plate on. There. 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 And on. There. No more squeaking. Ah! It just fell off the back plate. Dang. Fuck, man. Okay, I'll let that sit for just a minute while I look at the commander. Commander comes with one arm. It needs to get glued on. How long have I been doing this? I bet you it wasn't 30 minutes. I blame it on the super glue. If I was using E6000, I bet you I would be done by now. But I said, you know, I'm just going to use the super glue. I shouldn't have done it. Okay, now the officer does have some flash. He's got a mold line. Easy fix. Easy. Once he's painted, he's going to look really good. Okay, so he's in. He's going to have an arm. His arm is going to sit on the turret, most likely. I can put an arm up. I can put an arm down. I should probably put him in the turret first. Okay. There are a couple of things that go up on the top. What are those things? $39, what's that? And there's like, this is 39 right here. There's like 3 holes back there. Okay, 2 holes are for 39. What's that other hole for? Probably an antenna that I have that they're not showing. Okay, 39, which way do you face? That's not a good example, but I think it faces outwards. Oop. That's probably where the antenna goes. You know, I always thought antennas came out of the back of a turret. For some reason, I don't know why. Yep, shows the antenna coming out of the side right there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. Nowhere on the directions does it tell you to put the antenna on or where it belongs. Really? Okay. Look at that, an antenna. That's going to break off, I can tell. And during Wargaming, that's gone. P.S. I'm almost done. Okay, those go on first. Okay. Where do they go? They got to be covering these slits. That's what I would assume. Like that. Yep. Really? That's one. There we go. That looks pretty good. And the closed part's on the top. Okay. There's a couple of holes right here. There's a track link on the back here. Molded in the model. There we go. There. You don't even see that on the inside. It's like it's a waste. It's like a waste to put that on because now you don't see the stuff that's underneath. Oh, really? Okay. Those look pretty cool. Fenders. Wow, look at all that detail. You got the fenders, the exhaust, the thing, the doohickey. Okay. I thought I heard movement on this. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard the doohickey fall off. The what you call it, the jack. So I'm going to prop it up like this so it'll dry while I put this guy's arm on. Guess what? I'm using E6000 for that because I am not going to tolerate any kind of shenanigans from the super glue. Boop. No super glue shenanigans here. need is just a little bitty drop. I'm going to put a little bitty drop on the cupola as well, the hatch. Okay, arm. It looks like the arm might be able to rest on the Okay, I just went and looked at the time. It's 1:14. I had to go get my tweezers because I want to hold the arm while placing it. A little bit of love. Give his hand a little bit of love so that once he's in his spot, there. So what I done was I put him in there, put his hand on the rest. That looks good. That looks freaking good. Guys, I am done. I just need it to dry. Then maybe in the next few days I'll paint it. Hopefully that piece doesn't fall off. Yep, it's pretty secure. Looks like you put the turd in sideways. And yeah, see, that's kind of, yeah, that's pretty sturdy. Hits the antenna. I need to make that wire is what I need to do. But I folded it back a little. I could put a pennant on it too. That'll make it really look cool. So I can go all the way to there. Or to there. There we go. There it is. Done. Alright guys, you saw how easy it was to put that together? It took about an hour, and it probably would have taken less if my super glue wasn't so old, or if I was using E6000. Yeah. Easy. Thanks for coming out and checking out this video. And once I get it painted, I'm sure I'll upload some video letting you know the status. That'll be probably in a week or so. Alright, thanks for coming out and checking out this video. You have a good day.